So, guys, I just got my delivery of seeds. This time I went to Walmart and they have seeds, and I mean, they're all probably around the same price. So, I'm just opening my bags here. So, I wanted to kind of share with you what I chose. Some things that were out of stock. One thing that was out of stock was butter lettuce. I want to grow butter lettuce. I really want to grow butter lettuce because that is the main lettuce that we eat is butter lettuce, and we love it. So that's one thing that did not come. All right, so I'm gonna dive into what seeds that I have and that I got from Walmart, and I'm gonna show you guys that. All right, so how I'm going to be designing my garden is with something that's different from the last few times that I've been building raised beds. This time I'm going to be using flowers and herbs as the pest repellents, as I said before. So what you do is you can plant on the outskirts of the garden. For example, let me move here. Okay, on the edges of the garden here, all the way around, you want to put things that are going to help your plants survive. Basically, plants are, they protect each other, and what you want to do is plant things that are going to help them thrive, like I said. So one is sage. Sage is really great to fight off certain insects and bugs that will go and try to eat your vegetables. Basil is going to be helping because a lot of the pests don't like the smells, and when they'll go after those things, like as far as the flowers. Let me see if they got my flowers. I didn't even look through this yet. Yes, lavender. I got some lavender and some chamomile. So I'm going to plant those like just on the outskirts of the garden bed. The lavender, actually, I'm not going to plant that on the outskirts. I'm going to plant that more like in the middle, maybe a few plants, in the middle, a few seeds in the middle, because they're going to grow up probably pretty high. How tall is this one? They can do, no, that's 18 inches apart. Yeah, they can do up to 24 to 30 inches on lavender, so just be aware of that. So if you are planting lavender, just kind of do a couple seeds here and there because they're going to grow pretty big. And like I said, the chamomile, you can also try to make teas and different things like that, but the pollinators are going to come to the chamomile because you have the middle of the plant, which is pollen. And some of your vegetables and fruits, depending on what you're growing, it needs to have pollinators come and pollinate your, like if you're like squash and things like that, squash and broccoli and bell peppers, anything that has like that flower at the beginning, you need pollinators like bees or insects to come and, put something on your plant to make it thrive and grow. So that's all that I have right now. But the main thing is the basil, the rosemary. They were out of the rosemary. I want the actual plants. They were out of those. So I might have to just go to the store to get those. So rosemary. Also chives. They were out of chives, so I had to get scallions. So I got a lot of scallions that I'll be kind of spreading on the outskirts of it. I do have marigolds, which I did not bring them out here, but I do have marigolds. So those will be planted in on the outside as well. And what I'm going to be planting on the inside, this small garden bed right here, this small one here, I'm going to be planting, I decided to plant smaller things, radishes. I did decide to make drum roll, some carrots. And I'm not making carrots, but plant carrots. And these carrots, like the last time I grew some carrots, they were only like a few inches, up to 4 inches. These carrots will go up to, I believe, how tall will they be? Yeah, up to 6 inches long. So I'm excited about that because that's the type of carrots. I buy the baby carrots. Every week I buy probably 2 pounds of baby carrots. And then I do buy the whole carrot too. So this is really cool. I'm going to plant a lot of those. And I'm going to plant it right in the bed, or either I'm also going to be planting them in the buckets. But for now, I think I'm just going to utilize everything that I have here because it's going to be a lot. Then I'm going to be planting these. These are carrots. This is a rainbow mixed carrot. Probably 6 years ago, I didn't even know that this existed. So I wanted to find carrots that were like the rainbow carrots. I went to the local, what is it? My local, what did they do on Saturdays or Sundays? They have a local, like, what's the name of it? If I think of it while I'm editing this video, I'll put it in there. But basically like a local garden supply area. Either way, they had these and I was able to pick up like a bunch of them. They taste so sweet. They were so sweet. They were really good. Carrots are sweet. You can put them in smoothies and everything. I always boil some when I do my meal prepping, and probably like a pound or more I boil. And they're just, we have them probably, it'll only last us like 2 days because we love carrots. So I'm going to be planting a lot of carrots. The sage, I very rarely use sage in my meals, but I am going to be planting the sage because it's a great insect repeller. Basil, I probably use basil every day in my cooking. Every day. Love it. There's a lot of other stuff that I didn't get either. I didn't get my parsley, I didn't get my cilantro, I didn't get a lot of other things, but this is only what I have. So broccoli, I am going to make broccoli because I do very occasionally get broccoli because it's really good, high in fiber. So I am planting it this time. I did plant broccoli a few years ago and it did really well. I did plant it in the right season, so that tells you a lot. Chamomile, pollinator, repellent, not repellent, yeah, either way, it just helps. It's gonna, so lavender, chamomile, broccoli, so I've got kale. We eat kale greens. I don't like making collard greens or mustard greens, so I use kale. I use kale greens, and there's a specific way that I make it to where we call it cleans because it's, well, or is it canes or something, some kind of weird word that we made up in my household. So, and these are dwarf blue curled kale. Okay, how tall do they get? Yeah, they're going to get about 6 to 8 inches, which is really good. And this is iceberg lettuce. I am growing iceberg lettuce, growing that because I do like iceberg lettuce. You chop it up and you make salads and things like that. I'm going to be growing romaine as well. So, yeah. Radishes, I am going to take another go with the radishes. The last time last time I planted them, they sprouted. Nothing ever came of it. So it could have been the actual seed or something, because I don't know. Either way, that's what I have.